There are still crimes, they've just been redefined. The Biden administration is a law and order operation with a very different focus. Here's one example.
He wasn't arrested the day all this happened at the actual...
But if you're not going to let me, then I'll just...
No, I want to know why...
Howdy, y'all. I'm Brylan. Now, if you saw my latest video called They Really Don't Want You to See This, then you would know that I had to put a disclaimer at the beginning of that video sharing that I tried for weeks to get this video posted, but kept getting a violation on it because of the things that I talked about and the things that I showed in that video. So what I did was I basically edited this video and censored it to the point to where they finally accepted that video as appropriate because they hate the fact that I'm covering this story. So again, if you saw my last video, you know that I talked about a man named Vaughan. He was arrested for protesting outside of an abhorrent clinic, and he was arrested with many others. His sentencing was actually on Tuesday, July 2nd, and I'm going to share with you what happened to him at his sentencing. What did he get sentenced to? Well, it's going to blow your mind. First, I want you to remember what it looked like when they were protesting at this abhorrent clinic. So this is the pro-life in a hallway outside of the abhorrent clinic, and they're singing hymns. They're just sitting there, singing hymns, doing absolutely nothing else. So remember, because they were singing hymns outside of an abhorrent clinic, not even inside of one, they still allowed people to go in and out, but he got charged with blocking access to that clinic, which was an outright lie, according to witnesses, and even to police that showed up to the scene. Well, he was facing 11 years in prison for singing hymns outside of an abhorrent clinic and trying to share the truth with people. They didn't destroy anything. They didn't hurt anybody. But you can't say the same for the BLM riots or the crazy left woke riots that are going on still to this day, where they destroy billions of dollars worth of property, even take people's lives, and they just get away with it scot-free because it fits the right narrative. Remember, this regime that's in office right now has been targeting people that are standing for life while letting actual criminals and monsters out on the streets to terrorize people. But check this out. Pro-life targeted by the Biden admin, sentenced to prison. Thankfully, a judge denied another bid from the Biden regime to put 2 more pro-lifers behind bars. This regime is bloodthirsty. They want to destroy you if you are not a part of this leftist ideology trying to indoctrinate everybody. Well, back to Vaughan. Check this out. His sentencing is actually a good news, bad news kind of thing. Unfortunately, I wish it was just completely good news. Pro-life activist Vaughan received supervised release for participating in a protest outside an abhorrent facility in Tennessee, avoiding the prison sentence sought by federal prosecutors for violating the Freedom of Access to Clinical Entrances Act. So federal prosecutors, just with blood dripping down their cheeks and their chin, they couldn't wait to sink their teeth into another person that, well, believes that life means something. Complete violation of our justice system. Absolutely disgusting these people are. U.S. District Judge Alita Traeger sentenced Vaughan to 6 months of home confinement and 3 years of supervised release. Now, you do realize that there are people committing violent acts, theft. There's major corporations literally packing up and leaving California because they can't handle the crime anymore. And these criminals are getting away with it scot-free. Nothing's happening to them. All the while, you got people that are literally exercising their First Amendment rights, singing hymns outside of an abhorrent clinic, getting faced with a decade in prison, but instead just getting 6 months of home confinement and 3 years of supervision. We are backwards. We are upside down. This is something that needs to be spoken out against. We need to stand strong on truth and not give in to these people's intimidation. You know, when you look on social media, you see so many people are decreeing this as a victory for pro-life. We won. When in reality, yes, it is absolutely a blessing in God's favor that this man did not go to prison. But on the other, it is still a major injustice that this man is facing any consequences whatsoever. Look what it says. They literally lied about what Paul Vaughan did there. The prosecution accused Vaughan of stalling police through negotiations and blocking access to the abhorrent clinic, despite video evidence showing Vaughan had not blocked any entrance to the facility. In fact, I showed in my last video what a witness had to say. When you look into the story, Vaughan was never arrested during the protests. Witness testimony from a police negotiator even suggested the defendant was helpful, collaborative, and peaceful. But it wasn't until October 5th, 2022 that the DOJ unsealed charges accusing Vaughan and his fellow protesters of using force and physical obstruction to injure, intimidate, and interfere with employees of the clinic. This whole case was based on lies. I want you to take a look at this clip real quick of Paul Vaughan actually on Tucker's show.
If you watch the news, it seems like the Biden administration is no longer enforcing the law on any level. Everything is legal. Effectively, that would include rape and murder and sexualizing children, sex crimes against kids. That would include importing drugs into the country. That would include mass shootings. It would even include a full-scale invasion of the country. Millions of people from foreign countries, most of them men, marching across the border like it's legal. Crimes are no longer being punished. That's the conclusion you might reach, but that's not actually true. There are still crimes. They've just been redefined. The Biden administration is a law and order operation with a very different focus. Here's one example. On October 5th, 2022 at 7 a.m., a man called Paul Vaughan woke up to armed FBI agents with guns banging on the front door of his home in Tennessee. So he steps outside to find agents with their weapons drawn, pointed at him. They promptly handcuffed him and threw him in the back of an SUV. They did this in front of his wife and children. Here's part of what happened.
But if you're not going to let me, then I'll just...
No, I want to know why you were banging on my door with a gun.
Pathetic.
Hey, let's get after that.
You're not going to tell me anything?
No, they're not.
You-
I tried.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
You did not try.
This is a disgrace to law and order, and they know it, and they are perpetrators of it. Our system is messed up. They are using it and weaponizing it against you and against me for not thinking like they do. And they will try with all of their might to destroy our lives for not giving in. But again, we don't serve a God that loses in the end.
Paul Vaughan's crime, Paul Vaughan, the father of 11 children, had dared to pray and sing hymns in the hallway of an abortion clinic. In other words, he did what the Biden administration really fears. He prayed. And for doing that, he faces 11 years in prison. Paul Vaughan joins us now, along with his lawyer, Steve Crampton, and we're grateful to have them both. Thank you very much for joining us. Mr. Vaughan, first to you, I just want to make absolutely clear, because I think this is the most clarifying thing that's happened in the last couple of years, that we're not leaving anything out. You are not accused of threatening anyone's life, stealing anything, invading anyone's country. You're facing 11 years in prison for praying and singing hymns in an abortion clinic. Is that correct?
Absolutely correct. My main crime of the day I wasn't arrested by the local police was charged, and my main crime was I talked to the police and talked to the media.
Your crime is that you talked
That's
to
a
the...
crime in Biden's America.
Do you have a criminal record?
No.
So you never imagined that praying would be a federal crime with a penalty of 11 years in prison?
No. I always thought praying for our nation is what we were instructed to do. I thought that was what was required for freedom and liberty, is to beseech the favors of God on our land and to reach out to him. And of course, we're praying because our nation has allowed the sinful, atrocious action of abortion and killing unborn children.
Yes.
And so that's ultimately what the Biden DOJ doesn't like.
He wasn't arrested the day all this happened at the actual clinic. Eyewitness testimony shared that Paul Vaughan and all these protesters didn't do anything. They just sat there and prayed and sang hymns, and people still went in and out and did their thing. It wasn't until later that these bloodthirsty authoritarians came and arrested Paul Vaughan at his home in front of his kids and wife. You saw the video. And then they had to literally make up things, lie, when the evidence is in the eyewitness testimony and the video. Even though it could all be refuted, he was still charged. And he was still given a sentence, 6 months home confinement and 3 years of supervision after that. Thankfully, that's the best they could do with their lies. And he didn't get sentenced to a decade in prison. But let's pray for the church, the body of Christ. Let's pray that we would be bold and stand on truth and not allow this intimidation and these attacks on Christians to silence us. I just want to show you this real quick. This is Psalm chapter 139, starting in verse 13. This is a psalm of David praising God for intricately forming him in the womb of his mother. Check this out. For you formed my inward parts. You knitted me together in my mother's womb. I praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Wonderful are your works. My soul knows it well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was being made in secret, intricately woven in the depths of the earth. Your eyes saw my unformed substance. In your book were written, every one of them, the days that were formed for me, when as yet there was none of them. But hey, let me know your thoughts about all this in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. And please hit that subscribe button. Join this community. I would love to hear from you regularly. And if you wouldn't mind hitting that thumbs up button, you know when you like this video to get pushed out to more people, and it would really help spread the truth. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.